Hello everyone, it's Lee Moore and I'm here doing a Lindy Stamp Gang fusible webbing tutorial video. There's not a lot of tutorials out there on how to use the fusible webbing by Lindy Stamp Gang, and I'll show you. This is what the package looks like, and I have the hiccups all of a sudden just as I'm making the video. That's really great. And this is what the webbing looks like, as you can see. And so I am going to show you how to use it on tags, projects, etc. So I am going to do it on a tag today for the purpose of time, but I will talk about how you can use it on a canvas and all sorts of other things. So let's get started. So the fusible webbing comes in a whole bunch of different sheets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sheets. So it's really nice because you don't have to worry about cutting it too much, and you can just put the other ones aside. And so I just grabbed I don't know what size tag this is, but it's like a medium, like number 5 tag maybe. And so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little bit of the fusible webbing just to make it fit a little bit better. So give me 1 second to grab the scissors. And as you notice, I am actually not really cutting perfectly. I haven't measured it. I don't really care. And you'll see why. And I'm actually going to move this black sheet of paper from underneath because I am going to be heating this up. So I'm just going to place it like so on my tag. And I'm going to grab the heat gun and I'm going to mute this and put a little bit of music so that you don't have to hear the actual gun going. Actually, you know what? It is better if I put the black sheet because otherwise you won't be able to see it very well. You won't be able to see it anyways. But anyhow, here we go. As you can see, the more you melt this with your heat gun, the less of the webbing that you'll see because it starts to melt. It just kind of starts to crumple. Do you see that? So this is really great actually if you want to make Halloween tags. This is really, really fun because it can create really nice webbing. And so as you can see, it created a really funky, lacy type background. And I am going to put just a little bit more on the sides here so that I don't miss that. Otherwise it'll look a little bit funny. And I'm just going to grab a little bit more of my webbing. So here we go. And I'm just going to grab my heat gun again. And right away it starts to melt. I can even do it in the back. Okay. So I've heated this up really good. Now, you're thinking, how am I going to see all this? So, what we do is I'm going to take some, what we call Moon Glow two-tone embossing powder. And this one's Reindeer Moss Green. And there's my hair on the tag. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sprinkle a little bit of this embossing powder on the tag. A little bit more. I'm going to access a little bit in here. Perfect. And I'm actually going to grab also a little bit of, this is jack-o'-lantern, just a tiny, tiny bit, just to give it a little bit of a fun effect. Just mix it up a little bit, just like so. And then I'm going to take my heat gun again, and I'm going to heat this up. This creates the most amazing effect. Check this out. Can you guys see that? It is really funky, and what's really nice is that you can actually keep adding more and more layers of embossing powder to give it a little bit of a thicker look. So let's do that. If you don't want your powder to fly all over the place, all you would need to do is you would need to grab your tag and heat right from underneath rather than heating from the top. So I'm going to do that off camera just because it's hard for me to do this on camera, and I'll show you the effect in the end. This is the effect that we are left with once we are done, and look how funky that is. What's really nice with this is that you can actually go ahead now and you can give it a really nice spray with one of the Starburst stains. Like I'm going to use, let's see, hang on a sec, let me grab a color here. I'm grabbing the Opal Seal Oats, and I'm going to give this a really nice spray, and I'm going to move this over to my spray mat so that it covers some of the pieces that are in cream. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice quick dry. Now, what I love about putting the sprays on there is that now you can really start to get the look of that fusible webbing. Look how gorgeous that is. I love that look. Really, really funky. So now all you would need to do is decorate your tag, and you have something totally beautiful and unique. So you can just keep creating backgrounds with this fusible webbing and getting whatever look you want. So I'm going to show you in this video a finished tag that I created with, or the finished tag that I used using this particular tag that I just made. Okay, you guys, here's the completed tag once I added all the embellishments. So these are just some I Am Roses, and I did spray with some Lindy Stamp Gang. The leaves are sprayed with, what did I spray it with? Ponderosa Pine Olive, which is a Starburst. It just has the old label. And I used some Mojito Green a little bit, and some of the Opal Sea Oats that I had sprayed earlier on the actual tag. And that's about it. And Cactus Gold on these flowers. And it's hard to see on camera, but they're nice and shimmery. So look at the background, and look how awesome, and all the colors that I used on here blend with the embellishments. So that's what my tag looks like. You can create some pretty amazing stuff with this fusible webbing. So go check out the Lindy Stamp Gang website. I will post the link below, and I will also post the link to my blog so that you can take a look at some of the products that I used and some of the different names of the Starburst sprays that I use, and you can go and check those out on the website as well. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Have an awesome day, and I hope you try out this technique.